Could you get this answer? So how will you solve? Okay, answers are not same. Fine. So just you try to verify that where you have done the mistake. The equation I have written in the last class only, we have written the equations. So what are the equations for this kind of problem? The equations will be, for this mass mg downward, so we'll write 4g. mg means 4g is the weight, so 4g minus T2 is ma, net force equal to ma. This is first equation. Another equation for this mass I have told you, towards right T2, towards left T1. So net force on 8 kg mass is, and acceleration is to the right, because we are considering that this subject will go down, so acceleration is downward. Then 8 kg mass will go right and 2 kg mass here will go up. Right, so this will be the situation. So if 8 kg object is going right, so we can consider T2 is greater than T1. The net force on 8 kg is T2 minus T1 equal to 8a. Mass into acceleration. Net force equal to mass into acceleration. This is your second equation. Third equation will write for this mass. So what will be third equation? The third equation is, here mg also downward, that is 2g, upward T1, so equation is T1 minus 2g equal to 2a. This is third equation. तो नाउ वी हैव टू सॉल्व दिस थ्री इक्वेशन. हम लोग को ये तीनों इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा. कैसे करके भी, सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो, एलिमिनेशन हो, कुछ लगाएंगे और ये तीनों इक्वेशन सॉल्व करके हमें T1 T2 A निकालना होगा. तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, बेसिकली थ्री वेरिएबल इक्वेशन T1 T2 and A. Three variables are there. So for three variables, we have to first convert to two variable equation. So if we convert three variable to two variable, what we'll do? Now let us put the value of, let's say, T1 in equation 2. Then equation 2 will also become a T2 equation, and equation 1 also T2. So now T1 is removed, it's become a two variable. Okay, so putting the value of T1 in equation 2, then equation 2 will implies T2 minus, in place of T1 what I'll write, T1 will become 2g will come to the right side, So 2a plus 2g. What will be t1? t1 is 2a plus 2g. t1 is 2a plus 2g. So t2 equal to what? t2 equal to t2 and t1 equal to 2a plus 2z equal to 8a. Or if we'll simplify further, we can write that t2 plus minus 2z equal to this minus 2, I'll take to right side. So 8a, it will negatively become positive. So it will become 8a plus 2a equals 10a. So t2 minus 2z equal to 10a. ठीक है. So two equations you are getting. One is equation 1, that is 4g minus t2 is 4a. 4g minus t2 is 4a and t2 minus 2g is 10a. Right? So what you will get? Now two variable equation, this one and this is, let's say, fourth equation. So only variable is t2 and a. Here also variable t2 and a. So these are the two variable equations, and for these two variable equations we can solve it using elimination. So from 1 and 3 we can write like this. From 1 and 4, from 1 and 4, what we can write? From 1 and 4 we can write so 4z minus t2 equal to 4a, and another is t2 minus 2z equal to 10. So if we'll add these two, you will get 4z minus 2z, that is 2z equal to 14a, or you can say a equal to 2z is what? 20. You can take g10 or 9.8, whatever you take. Let's say 9.8 you take, or 10 you take. So 20 divided by 14, which is equal to 14 1 ja 14, 660, 14 4 ja 56, 40. So approximately 4.3, or if up to 2 digits if you wish to write, so you can write 1.4. So this is our answer. Acceleration is 1.4, or in fraction if you can write, it's 20 by 14 meter per second square. So once the equations are with your hand, this is not the unique method that whatever way I have solved, you should solve in the same way, but your logic should be same. You can solve like I have put third equation with the second, you can put first equation with the second, and you can solve further also. So it depends upon you how you are proceeding, but the ultimate goal is to find out the variables, the value of the unknowns. So once you know the acceleration, you can put in any of the equation. Let's say you can put equation 1 to get t2. So equation 1 is 4z. Equation 1 is 4z minus t2 is 4a. 4z minus t2 is 4a. This is your equation 1. Now a we got, the value of a we got 20 by 14. So what you will write? 4z minus t2 is 4. A value we got. Let us put the fraction because we have approximated this value. Let us put the fraction better. 20 by 14, 7. 40 by 7. Or if we need t2 value, so t2 let us bring to the right side and this number let bring to the left side. So 4g means 40 minus 40 by 7 equal to t2, or we can write LCM 7, 280 minus 40 equal to t2. So 280 minus 40 is 240 by 7 is t2. So what you will get? t2 equal to 7 3 ja 21, 7 3. Yes, you are audible, clear. Okay.
Yes.
So t2 equal to 7 3 ja 21, 330, 7 4 ja 28, 220 point approximately 7 3. 7 3 ja 21, so approximately 3. So we will approximately get 34.3 Newton. The answer we have written is 33.6. So basically they have used 9.8, we have used 10. So little bit variation will be there, no problem for that.
Yes, sir.
Now for T1 what we'll do? We can use acceleration in another equation where T1 is involved. So equation 3. Let us put equation 3. The value of acceleration in equation 3 to get T1. So T1, now equation 3 implies that T1 minus 2z equal to 2a. So T1 equal to 2a plus 2g, or a already we have found out, that is 20 by 14. So let us put the value of a here, that is 2 into 20 by 14 plus 2g is, let's say, 20. So 7, LCM 7, 20 plus 140. So you are getting basically your T1 equal to 160 by 7, or 7 2 ja 14, 20, 7 2 ja 14, 660, 7 8 ja 56. So approx 22.8, and tension is a force. We are pulling it, and the string is pulling you in upward direction, or the spring is pulling you upward direction, so it's a force. So the unit will be Newton only. So we got the force value for our given condition, that T1 we got, T2 we got, and also we got the acceleration of the system, which is approx 1.4 meter per second square. So this is the way to solve the questions when the connected strings are there. Now inclined plane problem, or before inclined plane problem, let us do another problem, then we'll come to inclined plane problem. Let us do this, solve this question. There is a table over it, and there is a pulley here, there is a object of mass m1 here, and this mass is connected over this pulley. Another mass m2 is hanging here, right?
Yes, sir.
So it is given that the mass m1 is 10 kg and mass m2 is 5 kg. There is no friction between the table and the block, so frictionless surface. If friction will be there, then equation will change.
Yes, sir.
We'll discuss it when friction will start including frictions in the different situations. So for this case, the question is that find out acceleration and tension. Find acceleration and tension in the system. So tension will be obviously opposite direction. Here also tension opposite direction. And
Yes.
let us imagine that there is no friction, so this m2 will slide down. Let's say m2 will slide down with an acceleration a, and this object m1 will also move towards the right with acceleration a. So solve it and find out acceleration and tension of the system. First write down the equation, then once the equations are written, try to solve them.
Yes.
What will be the equation? What will be the equation?
Sir, 5G minus T is equal to 5A. T minus 10G is equal to 10A.
T minus
10G is equal to 10A.
no. Here mg is downward. Mg and tension are different direction. So net force you will calculate the net force on the object, right minus left, or up minus, if the object is moving up minus down. You cannot say subtract right from the down. That is not the net force.
So what is the value of A?
Value of A also we have to find. So here for this part, only tension is pulling it. There is no left side. So net force is tension itself. So tension is your M1A. There is no force left side. So only tension is pulling it, right? It does not. It's not always required that there should be a force towards right, means there should be a force to the left. Not necessary. Only a force towards, let's say, right is 5 Newton. So 5 Newton is pulling the body. The acceleration will be 5 by mass of the object is, let's say, 2 kg. So 2, so acceleration is 2.5 meter per second square. Getting on. So when there is an object, the net force will be if there is no force to the left side, so net force is the only one force. So here tension is pulling it and object is moving to the right, so mg has no role in the motion. If it is moving down or up, then mg is doing something. As mg is downward, object is moving to the right, so mg has no role in the motion. So t equal to simply ma. M1 is 10. Acceleration we don't know, we'll calculate. Then let us keep it equation 1. T equal to M1A. What is second equation? This one you have already told, that M2z downward, object is moving downward, so M2z minus T equal to M2A. Net force equal to M. So what is M2z here? M2
In the last time when we did that fully system one, when only one side was there and the weight was suspended, like two weights were suspended like this. So then we consider that the second mass, it was like the first mass was going down, but the second mass was going up, and tension was also in the upper direction.
Right.
So then we made this equation only, like d minus m1a, m2g minus t is equal to m2a.
M2g minus
d is equal to m2d.
That time also we have used similar equation, right? You are talking about
Yes.
a pulley was there and two masses were hanging. So this is, let's say, M2, this is M1. So same situation, it's hanging, tension is upward, M2Z downward. So what will be the equation in this case for M2? Let's say accelerating downward. So M2Z minus T equal to M2A.
So and for M1, what will we use?
For this case, M1 is moving upward, right? Here.
Yes.
But here our gravity is pulling it down. Now tension and mg
Yes.
are just opposite, right? So tension is pulling it up, mg downward. So net force on the object is tension minus mg, m1g equal to m1a. But here the case is this m1 mass is on the table. It's not hanging.
So they will cancel out because of that 90 degrees.
Yes. So here m1g is downward, but the tension is pulling to the right, not upward. That's why M1G is having no role on its movement to the right. Right, so M1G is useless here. It's just resting on the object, and there will be a reaction force from the table which is holding it upward direction. That is called normal. So there will be a normal upward direction.
Yes.
So normal and M1G, they are balancing basically each other, which is helping the object to rest on the table. But who is pulling it, but who is creating the motion? F equal to ma is creating by the tension only. Only this tension is pulling. There is no force to the left side. But when it was hanging freely, here the object was moving upward, and gravity is there here because it was hanging freely. Mg. Now mg and t are opposite direction, so there will be net force. Mg will be again used in the calculation of the net force. So T upward, mg downward, that means net force on the object is T minus mg. So we are writing T minus mg equal to m1a in that case. But here no force to the left, so T equal to m1a, and in this case m2g minus T is equal to m2a, because here object is moving down, so we are considering m2g is greater than T. So net force is m2g minus T, net force equal to ma, force equal to mass into acceleration. So then what will be the answer?
The tension is 33.33.
Acceleration.
Acceleration is 3.33.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us solve another question, because I think we should solve one or two more questions. this is the situation. This is a table. There is a pulley here. Here is an object M1, let's say 1 kg mass. Here is another pulley where the rope is like this and coming, and this is a table, let's say. So another object is hanging here, whose mass is M2 is 1 kg. So this is a NEET 2016 question.
Yes, sir.
So the question is that all the surface and the object is on a frictionless table. So the surfaces, this is a frictionless question, so no friction will include here. Frictionless. The question is, the pulley and the strings are light and all the surfaces are frictionless. Find the tension in the string. Find tension in the string. The options are given. Zero Newton, 1 Newton, 2 Newton, 5 Newton. So it is a single rope. So the same thing, if you like imagine a spring.
Five.
What is the answer you are getting?
5 Newton.
5 Newton. Yes. So answer will be 5 Newton. It's a frictionless. So here it is a single string. So same tension will be here also, right?
Yes, sir.
Same tension will be here also. So equation here it will be M2G downward. So what is the equation for this part? It's
M2G minus T is equal to M2.
Yes, m2g minus t equal to m2a, and here here
T is into M1.
yes, here it is t equal to m1a. Same type situation like your previous one, okay? Only here
Yes.
another pull is there, but it is, if a rope is bending, so no problem, same tension will be here. Only if two different strings are there, then different tension will be there. So this is equation number 1, and only the tension is pulling it. So mg is downward, but it is not helping in the motion, right? m1g. So only will
Yes.
write t equal to m1g. So this is both the equation m1a. So we are getting both the equation like this. Now we can add these two equation 1 and 2, eliminate. So t eliminate. So we are getting m2z equal to m2 plus m1 into a,
Yes, sir.
right? We are getting this. Now acceleration from here we can get. So acceleration is m2z by m2 plus m1. So if we'll put
N by 2.
yeah, so m2 is what, 1 kg, so 10 by 2, so it's 5 meter per second square. Now tension is what, already we got the equation 2, tension is m1a. So tension
Yes,
is
sir.
m1 into a. So m1 is 1 kg and acceleration is 5 meter per second square, so it's 5 newton. So tension is 5 newton on the string. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now let us do another question. Solve another simple question, that is NEET 2020 it came. There is a pulley. We have already done this type of question. So there are two masses hanging. One is 4 kg and another is 6 kg. The question is find the acceleration in terms of g. That means don't put the value of g. Right? Keep the
Yes,
g.
sir.
Options are given. G by 2 and g by 5, g by 10, g.
And G by 5.
Yes, very good. The answer is G by 5. Another question came in NEET 2022. This is NEET 2020. Now another question which came in NEET 2022. The question is, there is a pulley and there are two masses, M1 and M2. The question is, two masses M2, M1 and M2 are there at the two ends of the string, passes over a frictionless pulley. M2 is twice of M1, given that M2 is 2 times of M1. The acceleration of the system is A1. When mass M2 is thrice of M1, then acceleration of the system is A2. So two conditions are there. Condition 1, when M1, M2 is 2M1, acceleration equal to A1. Second condition is, when M2 is thrice of M1, acceleration become A2. The question is, find A1 by A2. Ratio of A1 to A2. Options are 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 2, 1 by 2.
Sir, 2 by 3.
Option B, you are saying, right? 2 by 3. Yes, it's 2 by 3. Correct, good. Now try another question. This is a pulley. one is the mass. There is another mass, and another mass is hanging here. The question is, three equal masses of 3 kg each are hanging on a string. So all are 3 kg. All are 3 kg hanging on a string passing the frictional spring. The tension in the string between mass 2 and 3 will be. So here another string is there. So the tension here will be, let's say, T2. So the question is, what is this tension? Let's say here another tension T1, because strings are different. And also you can see
Yes.
the string which is here, it will carry the weight, both the weight, 3 kg and 3 kg. But this string is only carrying 3 kg weight, right? So you have to put the
Yes.
equation in same in that way and try to solve this question. This is M, previously before NEET exam, AIMS exam used to happen. Only all India exams were there. So this is AIMS 2009 question. The options are 5 Newton, the options are 5 Newton, then 6 Newton, then 10 Newton, then 20 Newton. Right? So try to solve it. We'll discuss in the next class. The answer I can tell you, or you can try. Answer will be D. Okay. Try to solve it and check you are getting this. Fine. Okay. See you in the
Okay,
next
sir.
class. So try some more questions. Try some more. I think you can try the pulley problems. Okay. So from your book or some
Yes.
sample question paper, whatever the your material from the LN, you try to solve this type of question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Okay. Good evening. Am I audible? Isita? Voice is clear? Yes or no? Can you hear me or not?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So now the question is, a particle of mass m is moving in a circular path. So the particle of mass m is moving in a circular path such that the centripetal acceleration AC is given. Centripetal acceleration AC is given as k square r t square. K is a constant. So you have to find the power delivered by the force acting on it. So what will be the power delivered? Power formula is P equal to FV F dot V, or you can say F tangential V tangential, this force on it tangential direction and the velocity along tangential direction, right? So F and V same direction, that means cos 0 is 1, so F into V we can write, or F dot V generally, F dot V means FV cos theta, so cos 0 is 1. Simply write we can FV2. Now the question is tangential force and tangential velocity we have to calculate. Acceleration is given centripetal acceleration. We know that centripetal acceleration formula is with tangential velocity relation is v tangential square by r. So v tangential square is what? V tangential square is ACR is equal to AC is given as k square r t square into r, or we can say Vt square is k square r square t square, or you can say tangential velocity is krt under root. So you got tangential velocity. Now we need tangential force as well. So here velocity is in terms of time, so you can write tangential acceleration is at is dv by dt tangential. So velocity is krt, so d by dt of krt, what you will get? Kr d by dt of t is 1. So a tangential acceleration tangential direction is kr. Then what will be force in tangential direction? Now force tangential direction is ma tangential. We got velocity, tangential velocity is krt. So acceleration, tangential acceleration, what is the acceleration in the tangent direction? Centripetal to we got. What is the acceleration in tangent direction? So a tangential is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity means we can differentiate it. So differentiation of velocity is acceleration. So d by dt of krt, k and r are constant. Radius and k is already given in the question. K is a constant. So k are outside. So dt d of d by dt of t, d by dt of t is 1. So we got kr. Now m80 is the force and particle of mass m. So let's keep it m h m, and a tangential we are getting kr. So mkr is the force, tangential force. Now power delivered by the mass while revolving, power is force into velocity. The force we got mkr, and velocity we got krt. So if we multiply m k square r square t,
Yes.
so power delivery is m k square r square t. Third option, right? 96 or 97? particle is moving along x-axis under the action of force. F proportional to x to the power 1 x to the power minus 1 by 4. Find the power, the variation of the power, due to this force. So we have to find P proportional to something. Variation of power due to this force with x. So power we know it's FV. Now what we'll do, given that A proportional to x to the power minus 1 by 4. So F equal to MA, M is constant, so we can write A is also proportional to x to the power 1 by 4. Can I say that? Or I can say A equal to some constant into x to the power 1 by 4 minus 1. Now my aim is to find something which V proportional to, already I know F proportional to minus x by 4. So I'll put here. I need something that V proportional to x. So I got A proportional to this. So V what I'll do? dV by dt. So I can write this is dV by dt, but this is in x, not in t, right? So we have to use some how will you integrate or differentiate it. So we can write this we will write this in a chain rule. The chain rule is what? Because it is x, we need to integrate it in terms of x. So what we'll do, we'll write like this: dv by dt will write dv by dx, we want in terms of x, into dx by dt, same thing, right? So this is called chain rule, some via extra dx we introduced. dv by dt we are writing because here that variable is x. If it is t to the power 1 by 4, so no problem, but it is displacement changing with the position, right? So we cannot integrate it with like x with t, we cannot integrate. Simply if I write dv equal to what? A dt, but if I put a value as k to the power, because I need v, right? So I need integration. Already f is with me, I need v, then I'll just get the power. So from A, how will you get V? We have to integrate. But A dt integration, if I'll put the value of A, that is k x to the power minus 1 by 4 dt. Now x and dt we cannot integrate. We have k constant, x to the power, but x and dt these are not, we cannot integrate, right? The formula cannot put x to the power n formula n plus 1 by n plus 1, that formula will not be applicable. Either I have to convert, because these are two different operator, like x and is a position, is a time, so we cannot integrate that way. Either I have to convert this x in form of time, or I have to convert this dt in form of dx. I can integrate x dx, or I can integrate t dt, but I cannot integrate t dx, or I cannot integrate x dt, right? So what I have to do is I have to convert it. This is called chain rule I have to use. So just via dx, because I have to go to x form, so I change to dv by dx and dx by dt. Dx cancel out, in that way we can think dx by dx. So dv by dt is dv by dt, right? Now it will make take us some, or it will help us. What help it will do? No, what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is v, right? Yes, we'll be getting dv by dt equal to v dv by dx. Now I need integration. I'll separate all the v and dx separately. So I'll write like this. I'll write like this. I'll get this is your a basically. So I'll write, what is a? A is k x to the power minus 4. So I'll write the value of dv by dt, or k is, a is k x to the power minus 1 by 4 equal to v dv by dx, right? Now I'll separate the variables. Separate the variable means this dx I'll bring near x, and v dv let it be. So v dv can be integrated, and here x dx can be integrated. So I'll separate them. So k x to the power minus 1 by 4 dx is v dv integrate integration. So now can you integrate it? It will be outside. So do the integration.
হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
স্যার আইন বাতিল যেটাই যেটাই কমপ্লিট হবে
হ্যাঁ
আপনি আজকে পাঠিয়ে দিন লাস্ট মুহূর্তে 12টার মধ্যে অন্তত আমি যেটা কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাচ্ছে পাঠিয়ে দেবো
ঠিক ঠিক আছে, আমি আপনাকে 10:30টার মধ্যে দিচ্ছি।
দিন আপনি যখনই পান
ঠিক
দিন
ঠিক
আমি তারপরে পাঠাবো
ঠিক ঠিক আছে।
মানে আমার 1 2 ওগুলো এখন সেট করছি আমার 12 এর হয়ে গেছে 11 এরটা খালি হয়নি
ঠিক
ভাবছি যা যা পারবো সেগুলো আগে সেট করে নিয়ে রাখি,
রাইট।
যেটা আসবে আমি একবারে 11টা 11:30 দিকে পাঠিয়ে
হ্যাঁ
দেবো।
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে ম্যাম। আমি 9টার দিকে বসছি, টিউশনটা শেষ করে বসছি। ঠিক
আচ্ছা
আছে,
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে।
আরেকটা মনে হয় মিন্টু স্যার দিচ্ছে আপনাকে, হ্যাঁ?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক। হ্যালো।
হ্যালো।
হ্যাঁ, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
আচ্ছা স্যার, আমি সুরভলার মা বলছি যে আপনি বলছেন না কি রিপেয়ারের কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, আমি বই দোকানে এসেছি।
হ্যাঁ
ওই মেয়ে এখন সাথে নেই, ওই জন্য আমি কল করেছি। কোন বইটার নামটা একটু বলবেন ওখানে? 11
হ্যাঁ
কোন বইটা?
হ্যাঁ, এস এল আরোরা ধনপত রায় পাবলিকেশন বলো।
এখানে এসে আরোরা নেই। ঠিক আছে, ওকে।
হুম, ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে, আমি একটু পেজটা ফটো ফার্স্ট পেজটা পাঠিয়ে দেবেন একটু?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, আমি ফার্স্ট পেজটা বলছি। ঠিক আছে। Could you did the integration? So what you are getting k, this right side is v square by 2, right? And this one what you are getting, k to the power minus 1 by 4 plus 1, that is 3 by 4 divided by 3 by 4. Okay, divided by 3 by 4. So you are getting 4k by 3 and 2 also multiply. Let's say 2 into x to the power 3 by 4. This 2 are cross multiplied is v square. Okay. Now what is v? V is under root of this 8k by 3 and root over of 3 by 4 root over means power half, so you can say x to the power 3 by 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Some constant c into x to the power 3, this is constant c I have mentioned, this is 8k by 3, or we can say v proportional to x to the power 3 by 8, right?
Yes, sir.
So power is fv, so f proportional to that, if I'll write in proportionality some constant, let's say is there, so f proportional to x to the power minus 1 by 4 and v proportional to x to the power 3 by 8, that means p proportional to 3 by 8 minus 1 by 4, that is x to the power 8, 3 minus 2, so p proportional to x to the power 1 by 8. A body of mass m is projected from ground with initial velocity u and angle theta with the horizontal. Power delivered by the gravity to it at its half of the maximum height from the ground. So this is the projectile which is thrown at an angle theta with the horizontal. This is the maximum height. So at the half of the maximum height means the object will be somewhere here. So at this position, what is the power delivered? This is the question, right? Two in the denominator, no? And we need power. So the point is the half max half maximum height half point. Here you will get a point, and also here you will get a point. 2 points you will be getting. Let's say A and B. Power formula, you know that. Power formula, you know that. F into B or F dot B.
দাও দাও দাও, এসব জিনিস ওখানে রাখবো না। দাও, আমি ওখানে অনেক সময় শিব ঠাকুরকে রাখে পূজা করি, এখানে দেওয়ার আমি খাওয়ার সিস্টেমে আমি
F dot B. So H max formula is what? U square sin square theta by 2G. Right? What is H max formula? U square sin square theta by 2G. So height by 2, but point is, suppose the object is here, then let's say this is the height. So at this position, what is the angle it is making? Let's say it's making a angle alpha, right? Perpendicular to what? The object is moving like this. So if this is the mass m, so it will have mg downward. What is the vy component here? What is the vx is same, always ux and vx are same, right? So we need v component at that point. So vx is same as u sin theta, u cos theta. Now what is vy? Vy is uy plus gt, right? Uy is u sin theta. V is u plus 80, right? A is minus g here. Object is moving upward, so acceleration due to gravity is minus g. Equation of motion b equal to u plus 80. So time is not, we don't know, so better we use displacement. So v square y minus u square y is 2 a s Vy, that is u sine theta whole square plus and g minus 2g. What is displacement here? Y direction displacement is this much, right? That is h by 2. So h by 2 is what? H by 2, this displacement will write h by 2 will be u square sine square theta by 4z, right? H by 2 is 4z, divided by half means what? Multiplied by divided by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2, so it will become 4z, right? So this is your Vy you are getting, or if you will simplify it further, you will get right. So what you will get? Vy square equal to u square sine square theta minus g cancelled out, 2, this is 2, so you will get u square sine square theta by 2. If we take LCM, this is 2, so 2 u square sine square theta minus u square sine square theta, that is u square sine square theta. Clear to this? Or we can say what is Vy? Vy is your u sine theta by root 2. This is the velocity along y direction. So what we are getting at this point, we are getting that velocity along y direction is Vy, this one, your mg, that is the gravity is dragging it due to its weight, mg downward, and there is a velocity component to the right side which is Vx, that is ux, which is u cos theta. All these three things are there, except there's nothing is there, right? So when you are writing f dot v, so this Vx component, if you dot, this is 90, right? Or basically if you write in other way, this Vx Vy, we can write Vx I cap plus Vy j cap, we can write also. Not into plus velocity vector, net velocity vector. So when you are making dot product with f force, right? So force is along negative j direction. So that one will dot with Vy. So Vx, if you will dot product, because x force is not having any x component, so this part will become 0. Only y part will be there, right? Right. So when you are making dot product to find the power here, so basically f dot v we are doing, and force and velocity will take only the y component of the velocity, because f component of force, y component is there. But force and y component of velocity are opposite in direction, so cos 180 degree, cos theta will be there.
Yes, sir.
So fy we got what? Fy is mg, Vy is we got u sin theta by root 2, and cos 180 is minus 1. So what we are getting? We are getting minus mu z sin theta by root. Power delivered to it at its half, the power delivered to it, ठीक है, मैग्नीट्यूड ले लो. Okay, okay. So we are getting the option number 2, you see, it is mug sin theta. Okay, fine. Fine. So we'll write the magnitude of the power. So it will be, this one is option. Cos 90 minus theta is also sin theta, right? Cos 90 minus theta is also sin theta. So option 3 is also correct. So both 2 and 3 is correct. Because this is same answer basically. Cos 90 minus theta is also same. And the power that will basically get here in this position. A ball is swinging in a vertical circle at the end of the string. swinging on a vertical circle at the end of the string 3 meter long.
Hello.
Okay. So here it
Yes,
is
sir.
given 3 meter long. What is the maximum tension and the minimum tension in the string if the ball moves 90 maximum 3 mg? Why? So you are saying potential energy. So how do you calculate tension here? Like equation, what is the equation? At the lowest point, mg downward, tension upward. So yes, yes. So this is 5 g r. So r, so 5 mg. So tension is 6 mg. 6 mg is what? Mass is given. Mass given. Mass number. The answers are number, na? 99 is so different. Convex bridge. Both are same. No, both are different. Here mass is not given. Here it is given. The ball is making 90 by pi revolution per minute. RPM is given. Right. End of the string 3 meter long. But right, right, right. 90 by pi revolution means that is frequency. So per minute 90 by pi it's revolving. So that means 90 by pi is revolution per minute RPM. So let's say this ball is revolving. You got the maximum the velocity and it's revolving. Let's say. So when it is revolving, it's revolving in 90 by pi revolution per minute. That is the frequency, right? 90 times per minute. So per second, 90 by pi into 60. That is RPS, revolution per second. So basically, you are getting P by 2 pi your frequency. So time period is what? Yes, time period is 1 by frequency, and so time period you will get 2 pi by 3. So this is the frequency and time period you are getting. Now we have to correlate it with mass and okay, okay, I'll do it and I'll give you. Okay. I'll give you in the next class or in the chart if it will be active. I'll send you.